Hi, welcome. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. I've been a realtor with them for 15 years, and I'm here to talk about a focus on real estate, or 101 real estate, I like to call it, to answer questions that you may have. And if we answer one question that you have today, then we've done our work. I want to thank our sponsors, Nightberry Title Services. They're located in Trinity, and of course, throughout the United States too. Thank you very much. And Michael Banner, Professional Mortgage Alliance. Thank you for sponsoring us today. Today I have Kathy Byrne from ANCLOTE Restoration. She's joining me, and we're going to just talk about what her business does and the services that that they have and stuff. So, welcome.
Thank you.
I've known Kathy for years.
Yes.
So how long have you guys been in business?
ANCLOTE Restoration has been in business for 16 years.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And my husband is Mark, and his brother Mike are the owners. They're the co-owners.
Okay.
And 16 years.
Wow, 16 years. So what happened? I read, of course, I know you guys too, so
Yeah.
I know, he was in insurance.
Right.
And so he's in insurance, seeing all these claims coming in and seeing like bad jobs, and this motivated him to go forward with this business, right?
Well, generally, both of them grew up with a construction background. Their father was a licensed painter. Oh, okay. So they grew up with that. Nice. And so they've always been in the construction industry.
Right.
And then they both went away to college, got their business degrees. They both worked for insurance companies.
Right.
And then decided to go into business for themselves.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. And that's how ANCLOTE Restoration began.
Yes.
So we want to talk about some of the things that you guys do as a business, itself. So when I know you have the website and stuff. So I know you do fire, wind, water, and remodeling. So here's the website here. You can see it. So I was calling it Earth, Wind, and Fire, but that was just my joke. But anyway, so fire. You don't think of like in the state of Florida, if you have a mortgage, you obviously have to have insurance on your property. Some people that, they get their properties clear and free, they pay them all off, and then they just say, I don't even need insurance. I'm only just going to pay my taxes. Well, obviously, if you have a home in Florida or anywhere in the whole United States, you should always have insurance on it. So that's their specialty on a lot of this is insurance claims, and they have been on both sides of it. They've been on the construction side and the insurance side. So they're specialists in that. So on the fire, I know we had some pictures of the actual fire work that you guys have done. So on this one, I know that you can see I don't know if you could see it, I'm sure at home when you're on your home computer, but you can see it's pretty bad fire on that one. That looks really bad. And then the actual after pictures, you can see brand new windows. That looks like it was a really bad. Look at the roof. Yeah. So what's good, what's bad is you got fire damage. What's good is you end up with look at those brand new windows. And then you got the roof on there, and there was even brand new AC units too.
Yeah, that was that was almost a total loss.
Yeah, so they upgraded a lot. So
right.
That was pretty awesome. So that was on fire, and then we had one on wind too. Let me see our wind. Okay, so we got wind damage. This one, now this reminds me just of hurricane season in Florida. This is what we all worry about right there, is that one tree, in the yard it's just like, we got to get that tree removed, but it's so beautiful, and then all of a sudden it becomes part of the house, unfortunately. So that one looks like they put maybe some new trusses and the roof. I mean, on that one, I don't even know what the inside would look like, but you guys do the wind damage, which, again, you want to make sure you have an insurance policy in Florida or wherever, you're located, but to make sure that you're insured to cover that. And so on the wind damage, we had, that one was from a tree. And then we have the water. Now this one looks to me, tell me if I'm wrong, but it looks like an AC pan maybe leaked in the upstairs,
That's quite possible. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Happens a lot. They overflow, and people don't think about checking that pan.
Yeah. So they get clogged.
Can cause a lot of damage.
Yeah. You can see the mold and everything on there. And then as you go, I see you have the dehumidifiers, you cut out the floors, and looks like there was even water on the floors. They cut up the drywall.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of damage there. And then the after shots, you can see it doesn't look like anything happened in the kitchen and stuff, so that's great. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, we're all, as Floridians, everybody jokes about the hurricane parties and all that, but in reality, there's some stuff that when the hurricanes start, blown around, it could be a mess. So,
Right.
Yeah. So, and then we have some remodels as far as your pictures and stuff go too. I know you guys do far more than this on the remodels, but this one kind of shows the bathrooms before and after pictures. And then we had other pictures, but they didn't come through, so that's my bad. But we have some beautiful kitchens and stuff you guys do. And then this one, I've seen this one in Florida more than you ever know. Like someone just driving their car through the garage door. I don't know why, but I've seen that so many times in Florida.
Yeah, step on the gas instead of the brake.
Yeah. So that one, it's not funny. But they did get the new garage door, and it looks fantastic and stuff. But I've seen them even come across like on the curbs and stuff of the, like where you'll see a car just go off the road and run straight into someone's house, as far as on Seven Springs Boulevard. I've seen that a couple times in Pasco. And then in Hernando too, they'll just miss the curve and go right into someone's house and the garage doors, So you guys do a lot of different as far as restoration and stuff goes. So that's awesome.
Yes.
So I saw that you are in, because I was just talking about Hernando, you guys do Citrus, Hillsborough, Hernando, Polk, Pasco, Manatee, Pinellas, and Sarasota. That's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're busy.
Yeah. So you have a lot of crews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
He is a certified general contractor for the state of Florida. He's also a plumbing contractor and a roofing contractor.
Oh, wow.
A mold remediator.
Wow.
And a mold assessor.
Oh, wow.
So those are the licenses.
Yeah. That's
that they
awesome.
hold. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you guys are busy, and especially right now with everybody sitting at home during COVID and then redoing their own houses.
Right.
And then for me personally, as far as the real estate goes, we were talking about it earlier, there's a low inventory. So what that means for me is that I might find someone a house and it might not be 100% perfect. As it was 5 years, we would just keep shopping and shopping. Well, now because it's limited inventory, we're finding ourselves saying, well, you could possibly put a new bathroom in. You could possibly put a new kitchen in. And that's where you guys, the specialty of you guys
Sure.
have too.
Absolutely.
Just putting them and making them so modern. Because she actually sent me some beautiful pictures, which I wasn't able to upload, but they were of a kitchen that didn't look that bad as far as it was, had granite and it had the wood and everything, which was very popular about 10 years ago.
Right.
But now a lot of the white kitchens and with the, you had the granite with the island, and it just looks so beautiful. It looked nice before, but I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so nice.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the bathrooms, they're putting the freestanding tubs in, they're putting the waterfall tiles in,
Features,
just making it
Well,
so
the good
nice.
thing about it is that they can make it their own.
Yeah.
Find things that they like.
Yeah. And then
Make
they're
it
not
their own.
Right, exactly. So pick the colors they
Right.
like.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nice. That is good. Yeah, so that helps us realtors out. So if you guys want to get with anyone, call ANCLOTE Restoration, and they will hook you up with giving you a prices estimate on your taking that old kitchen out, putting in the new kitchen, and making that home your own. And then you guys do more than just kitchens and bathrooms, like you were saying. You do actual roofing and you do windows.
Anything that they need.
Anything for a
Right,
homeowner. Oh,
right.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's amazing to me is because you were saying like they both were in insurance. So you have really insurance specialists
Absolutely.
as contractors.
And making sure that the client is getting all that they are allowed to get from their insurance company.
Right.
And what's covered and what's not covered, because there are things that are covered and things that aren't covered.
Right.
And you have to work within a budget.
Right. Yeah. And so if anyone would know so you don't have surprises.
Right.
These guys know
Exactly.
exactly what it will be covered and not,
Right.
Of course, every insurance company is different as far as, and every deductible, every person's,
Right.
But they know how to read an actual insurance policy. Yeah, which is really good because a
Right.
lot of contractors, I know a bunch of contractors because my husband, as you know, is
Yes.
a contractor too. So I call them cavemen, some of them, because
Right.
they hear on some of the stuff, they're kind of lost. They're like, I don't know, call your insurance company, But
Right.
whereas you have
And he
insurance
works directly
specialists.
with the adjusters
Oh, okay, great.
to benefit the homeowner.
Yeah, and I don't know if he still knows them all, but he was in the trade.
He knows a lot. Yeah.
That are still
Or
in the same
developing new
business.
relationships
Yeah.
with them. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Florida's a good place for, it sounds horrible, but for insurance claims for contractors,
Right.
because we have sometimes we have flooding because of the just different natural disasters that we
It can
have.
even be your toilet overflowing when you're not home.
Yeah.
ruins all the floors and cabinets, and
Yeah, true.
that's covered.
I sold a really nice home in Spring Hill last year, and the kitchen. I mean, they bought this home because of the kitchen. It was white, and it had it had all like little emblems of white. You know, the little what are they called? Little white tiles. And they were just the kitchen was the focal point, beautiful. And then they went away out of town, and they came back, and the house was flooded, but they had this beautiful wood floor that it wasn't damaged, thank God, but the kitchen was just wiped out. And and they were like, Jess, I love that kitchen. I said, yeah, and they said it's all ruined. And I was like, oh no. And then I was kind of like, because we have, like the people with the rentals and stuff. I was like, I wonder what they're doing with the top cabinets. But then I was like, no, I can't. They're probably watching this, going to kill me. They'll be like, come get them. I literally was like, if you guys throw out the refrigerator, call me.
It's hard. It's hard when you have a loss like that.
Yeah, it was
to trust somebody to get it back to where you had it before or better.
Yeah.
And then being inconvenienced along the way.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
tough.
because literally, I remember too, I mean, when we put our kitchen in, and we did a lot of it ourselves and stuff, and we were going to save money and time, and we ended up cooking on the grill for it seemed like a month or two to go food.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm tired of this now. I need a kitchen in. So yeah, that's but I should have called you at the end. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna, well, I guess when you get
we
bored,
did the same thing.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, you live and you learn.
Right.
You're like, why didn't we have the guys put this in? Yeah, I saw your kitchen looks beautiful too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
it looks
you.
very nice. Yeah, so I mean, accidents and just natural disasters and everything happens in Florida, and I've seen I know in 93 we had all those storm surges come in. A lot of that they had to cut out all the drywall,
right?
Do all the dry outs, all that stuff. A lot of people electrical,
right? And that's why it's important too to have somebody that knows about mold remediation and can assess mold, because you don't want to have a spore of mold in there that can multiply and grow and just become a big problem later on.
Right. Yeah, it's like the wormhole of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nightmare home stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, I think a lot of times you don't think of that either. You don't, as a homeowner, you just think, if the water comes in, then the water will go out, and especially salt water will rust all the electrical. You have to cut the drywall out, as we saw in the pictures,
Right.
Yeah. People, and then the ones that have been fixed, a lot of there was even a part in Trinity where the whole subdivision had been flooded.
Right.
And do you remember that?
Thousand Oaks, I believe, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the walls were cut out. I would show homes, and the house outside looked beautiful, and they'd say, why is this house so cheap? So we'd go out to take a look, and then the house, the one, they were selling it as is, and they'd cut out the drywall all the way around. And so the buyers were like, why is this cut out?
And they hadn't put it back together?
Oh, they were just selling it as is. But you can kind of see, it was probably better for the homeowner to kind of see what, if this flooded again.
It,
but they've since, fixed that with detouring, all the stuff. I mean, I've sold in there and I haven't seen any.
No, they haven't had any problems in a long time.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. So even that little, the business center there, behind Walgreens, Trinity and Mitchell, or Little and Mitchell, that area had flooded too. And in fact, at that point, I think after it flooded, that was, I forget what year that was. Was it 2005 or 2000? I don't know. But that after, then another storm came, totally off the subject, but I was like, oh, there was people that needed sandbags and stuff. So I was like, I'll help you guys. So I went to the county, and I brought my shovel, and I had it loading sandbags in my car, and I ran into some of the business professionals from there that I knew, and they were like, what are you doing? And I turned into this shovel, not me, turned into the golden child. And they were all like, you brought a shovel? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, we didn't. They were trying to scoop it in. So I was like, I could have rented my shovel for thousands that day, but I didn't. I was
Come prepared.
Sure. Yeah.
Come prepared.
Yeah, so I had my shovel and everything. But yeah, they had some inmates there helping people to fill the bags, but no one brought shovels, so it was kind of like I probably should have left it there with people and sold it for quite a bit.
Well, we've been pretty fortunate in this area over the years.
Yeah.
We haven't had any
major
storms
and stuff. Yeah, true. Yeah,
little pockets here and there, but nothing totally
you can
devastating.
See when it goes into an area as far as the tornadoes and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, so like the trees going through your house, a lot of people just think of it as a tree, because I have a customer, a tree went through her house, and then they had to talk to the insurance company, and they were trying to sub everything themselves to save money and maybe make some extra money.
Well, and that's the thing about having a general contractor or, somebody, they don't have to worry about all that stuff.
Yeah.
The general contractor handles it all
Yeah.
and makes sure that, the permit is pulled, that they've got all of the subs that they need to do the specialized work.
Right.
So that's
you already have the stress of the tree sticking out your yard or your roof, and you know what I mean. You don't have to have the any more stress.
Right, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, the contractors will handle that. It's awesome. So, and then there was another customer I had. So they have a brick gate or like around the whole neighborhood, but cars just drive into the people's backyard and smash into their houses. So they make it through this. I don't know how, but you don't ask how. You just say like, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." So they were like sleeping on their couch or something that night. Thank God, not in their bedroom. I don't know. It was a good night for a fight, I guess. So like no one's. So they were like, but the car ran into the house, and then they were again waiting for the insurance company, waiting for a contractor, trying to get subs separately to maybe make a little bit of extra money off the insurance company. But in the long run, their house was like that for 6 months. They were just, trying to call people. And Florida, unfortunately, doesn't have the best reputation for some people, not, subs and contractors not calling you back or putting you on a waiting list. And I think if you're in a desperate situation, your company obviously puts them to the front if they're,
absolutely. And they always work with the same subcontractors.
Right.
So they've gotten relationships with those other individuals that can help get the job done.
Right. Yeah. And then I know on permitting, I know that there's like emergency roof permits and stuff like,
Right.
Yeah. So that's good.
Because that can take a while to get a permit.
Yeah.
And it can also take a while to get some of the other items that we're seeing right now, like windows.
Right.
Sometimes it takes a long time to get windows because of the COVID going on and other things. You got to be patient.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother conversation about, exactly. Because I saw, for us,
appliances.
Appliances are back ordered. Yeah.
Right.
And the wood prices right now.
Right.
Plywood's doubled as far as that too. So building has definitely gone up.
Right.
So if you got an estimate 6 months ago, maybe double now. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, it can change.
Yeah.
Don't count on it being the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, me and you are, but you guys are going to be back in just a second. I want to thank you, Kathy, from ANCLOTE, coming in today. That's ANCLOTE Restoration. We're going to put her stuff up, and if you guys have any questions or you want to put a new kitchen in or whatever you need to, or new bathrooms, flooring, roof, windows, and just anything you can think of, you can contact Kathy at ANCLOTE Restoration. But stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters with Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today with ANCLOTE Restoration, Kathy Byrne. She's here joining me, and we're talking about just her company and the different things that her company offers. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and you guys stay tuned too, because we have the Humane Society coming on with Miss BANDIT, and you guys are going to want to see her if you know anyone who wants to adopt her. She's really, really, really cute. So thanks so much for joining us. And I wanted to talk about all the services that you guys do, because we kind of touched on, how you guys can help out homeowners. And these are people obviously that own homes and they have insurance, and even if you don't have insurance, they can still do the work for you. But I want to say you guys are insurance specialists, contractors, dealing directly, and because you guys, as we mentioned before, they worked for insurance companies, so so they're that's their obviously their expertise. So if a disaster strikes, you call ANCLOTE Restoration. So you guys, I was going through the list here. So water extraction, we had showed some of the flooding and stuff in the houses and stuff like that.
Right, and it can be something as simple as a washing machine hose breaking.
Yeah, that's
or
true,
a
too.
hot water tank
Right.
leaking, or a toilet. You flush the toilet and you leave.
Yeah.
And you don't think about it, and you come back and your whole house is flooded.
Yeah, you know what?
So
That's
little
gonna make me
things.
nervous now. When I go, I'm gonna be
I
like
know.
checking everything.
Well, that's why whenever we leave now, we turn off the water to our house
yeah.
outside.
That's a good
Because
idea.
he's had too many.
And turn off your water. If you turn off your electric to your outside, you always got to turn your water heater off because because you can burn your water heater out, the elements that way too. If you don't have the water inside, I learned that with. I'm selling a house, and the people are like, the water's not on, but the electric's on, and then the water heater gets burnt out because there's no water going through the tank.
If you've used it all, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's different if you're vacant,
Right,
but you guys are living there, so
right.
that's smart. So that's a good, like the tip of the day.
Right.
So if you
that happened because a neighbor of ours had done that. They had flushed the toilet, left
Oh, no.
for the weekend.
Oh, my
and
God.
actually, we had seen the water pouring
Out
out
of the garage door?
the garage door.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've seen
So.
that before too. And you're like, oh gosh, I hope that's in the
Yeah.
garage, not in their whole house.
Right. And it was in the
whole
house,
house.
that came out the garage.
And then you get a kitchen and you get flooring and you get to live like you're
Right.
camping for a
Right.
couple months.
but
So
something as little as flushing the toilet can cause some
Yeah.
major damage.
that's scary, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. So, I mean, that explains too, like when I show a house, a lot of times the people will say, you know, no using the toilets, no this and that, because they're so paranoid because they've seen this
Right.
probably firsthand. I even have like some people will tape the toilets, do not use. You know, they'll put tape across it and like a warning label. Looks like, you
Right.
know, like a foreclosure,
Right,
but it's
right.
not. They're just paranoid, you know. So that explains why.
You never know.
Yeah. So, so if you have the water extraction, you guys are good at the drying out of the house
Right.
and stuff like that.
That's
too.
important.
Yeah.
If you have it on carpet, you know, the carpet gets wet.
Right.
You want to immediately get that dried out. It's not the carpet that's the problem that holds all the moisture. It's the padding.
Right, yeah.
So you want to get all
Like a
that
big sponge.
padding out. It's a big
Yeah.
sponge. Get that out. Dry it
Yeah.
out
Right. So.
to, you know, minimize damage.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, I know, like I've seen them leave a flood, like they'll just leave it and go, I don't know what to do, and then the mold literally starts
Exactly.
crawling up the
Exactly.
walls. You know.
It
So-
doesn't take long.
Yeah. Especially in Florida.
Moisture and heat.
Yeah. That is called Florida.
Right.
Moisture and heat. That's our state.
Humidity.
Yeah. If the heat doesn't get you, the humidity will. I
Right.
hear all that. If I hear that one more time, as I'm sweating, running to my air conditioned car. Yeah. So that's emergency cleanups and repairs and stuff. So that is obviously on the list of what they do. And we saw fire damage. And then we were talking about fire damage. You didn't think about it, or we didn't talk about it, but there's smoke actual removal. And
Oh, absolutely. That is a terrible thing to
Yeah.
clean up. The soot.
Yeah.
The smoke smell is very hard to get out. They have special machines, you know,
To get
that can help with
yeah,
that.
because I mean, even I know it sounds funny because I always put everything in layman's terms, but you know when you go to a campfire and you come home and you smell like that, that's how your whole
It's
house
hard,
smells
right.
times
Right.
like 2,000. You know,
Right,
your
because
whole-
it's burning things that shouldn't be burned.
Yeah, so I had a friend when I was in high school. We went to Disney World and we came back, and the top of their house, they had like a, you know, bedrooms upstairs house, kitchen downstairs, and the bedrooms had all caught on fire. And you know, we pulled up, it was dark, so we didn't even notice. And then the neighbors came over and they're like, the house was on fire. And I had stuff in the room and everything, and it was smelled,
Right.
you know, it was ruined, you know, just
Right.
everything was ruined. But because you think, oh, well, they caught it in time. But, you know, when the hoses come in, they then,
They're not caring about your items that
Yeah.
are in there. They just want to put out that fire.
right. So they're putting out the fire. You got fire. Now you got water damage.
Right.
Now you got electrical. It's a whole huge mess that you never even want to think
Right.
about. So, I mean, as we were saying, again, you guys are insurance specialists and contractors, so you
Right.
know exactly
Right.
what that
There's
would
a big
entail.
process going, you know, they carefully, you know, with the homeowner, because there's still some things that are salvageable.
Right.
So they want to go through those items, inventory them, take them out, clean them properly.
Yeah.
You know, even things as far as clothing.
Yeah.
You know, if it's an insurance job, they will pay for those items to be cleaned
Yeah,
professionally.
It sounds funny, but I had clothes there, and because I was spending the night when we came back, and I mean, I was like 17, and an
Yeah.
umbrella, and I remember the insurance company wrote me a check for my umbrella and my clothes. I was like, No, they're worth more than that. Not really. When you're 17, you know how you are. So you got soot removal, which is part of that. So, and then we were just talking about damage mitigation too.
Controlling the damage that has already been done, not to make it worse. During the rebuild or the cleanup process.
And so we were saying on the one, I mean, that was the ideal picture. Actually, one of the producers, Rob, brought up was the car smashed into the garage. And then, so you pull the car out and what's going to happen is the whole thing going to fall. Yeah, roof line going to fall in. And of course, they're going to actually make it so
secure the roof before they try to remove the car.
Yeah. And that, I mean, I don't know, I guess you would be in shock if that actually happened to you, because you'd be like, how am I going to, your first initial reaction is to get the car back out. Yeah.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah. So we know you do plumbing services. We know mold remediation. So we have like we were just talking about that, the toilet. So what about there's the services. That's where I'm actually reading it from there. But so what about the sewage and odor elimination? I mean, those are things I wouldn't even think of, but obviously that's another.
Yes. There's special processes that they have to go through. Especially with sewage. That's, a health hazard too. So they take care of all that.
And so we were talking about boarding up the area, which I know that they did that on that, again, the car. They boarded it up. Debris removal, that would be the car. No, okay.
Or the tree.
Per the pictures and stuff. And then contents restoration, that's what you were talking about.
Exactly. Actually taking care of the items that, the homeowner is salvageable.
Yeah, like baby pictures, stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah.
I know a lot of times people don't think of stuff like that. So, if you're purchasing a home, I can help you. Or if you have a home, you're going to put your items maybe in a safety deposit box, such as your insurance paperwork, your special items that, if there was, God forbid, a fire, or water, or, something happened to the house where, in the baby pictures, stuff like that. I mean, I know in 93, there was a storm surge and I lost like my yearbooks.
So did we.
Yeah. And no one talks about the 93 storm surge. It didn't happen, but it did happen to,
it did happen. It just wasn't named.
Yeah. The no-name storm. Yeah. So, but, I guess, a lot of people put stuff on top of their refrigerators, but they don't realize that if you have a flood of a couple of feet of water, your refrigerator then turns sideways and you're, they don't realize that. And they also don't realize if there's a storm coming, we have the Humane Society, and we always have the Suncoast SPCA on here, that you need to secure your dogs too. You don't leave your dogs in your house and go away, because in 93 there was dogs literally floating on beds. I know I saved a couple, like hearing dogs bark and grabbing dogs out of actual people's houses and through their windows. It's so you to secure your belongings and your pets. So those are two major things. And then temporary power. We were talking about like if you have electrical and you maybe generators and stuff like that.
Yes. Lots of generators.
So, and Kathy was saying when you leave to turn off the whole house, to turn off the main.
And to know where those are located in your house. So if you have gas, where your gas shutoff is. Where your water main shutoff is, not just the hose spigot, but the whole house.
So when you're on new home purchases, the home inspector that I use a lot, and most of the home inspectors will tell you where the shutoff is on the water main on the outside of your house, because a lot of people will, like you were saying, if you leave or if you're in your house and it's flooding, you don't just stand there, you run outside to your, to the outside shutoff, until so you can at least contain the flood, inside the house and stuff. So, and then I like the fine arts recovery. That's probably like all your valuables.
Right? They've done some jobs for some people that have a lot of high-end artwork. I've never seen it, but to take care of that.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think of that. Oh gosh, that would
chandeliers that are
the Kardashians brought those chandeliers back. I saw some. Everybody like 10 years ago, everybody's like, get this chandelier out of this house. I hate it. I mean, I saw chandeliers that were like, like 30 grand's worth in people's front yards at garage sales.
Wow.
And now everyone can't get enough of them. And I swear I blame it on the Kardashians. Not to advertise for the Kardashians, but but it is
everything goes around.
Yeah.
Right?
So I was going to say Kardashian. I have a chandelier hanging at my front door, and my husband's like, I hate this thing. I'm like, this is worth so much money. It's all real
We're
crystal.
keeping it.
Yeah. And it was like one of those freebie things that I got. And I went to a store in Tampa, totally off subject, but I went to a store in Tampa and there was one for sale, almost identical. It was like $4,000. So I was like, yeah, we got to keep it. So yeah, they sell
or just change. You're right. I did the same thing when we bought our house, our chandelier. It had I don't know, gold flakes on it, and I changed it. Changed out the crystals.
Yeah, I took it. There's a chandelier shop in Tampa, and they changed all the little holders. I don't know what they're called.
I did it myself. Bought them on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was nice. I let them do it, and I paid the price. Right. Yeah. They did a good job though. But and then I didn't know I had to get someone to hang it up. Like I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, you have to make sure that it's not going to fall down when you hang it up.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so they have a special chandelier hanging guy. That I was like, we should open a chandelier hanging company. He gets so much per hour. He gets like, I want to say it was a couple $100 just to have it, my chandelier rehung at my own house. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, gosh darn. But yeah, what are you gonna do? So you guys are awesome as far as thank you so much for coming on and thanks for all the great information. And we were just talking to the reason I had you on was because there is such low inventory, and so we have a lot of home buyers who are not exactly like we were saying before, absolutely in love with their kitchen, absolutely in love with their flooring, absolutely in love with their painting, absolutely in love with their bathrooms, and you guys can take that and make it into a dream kitchen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like
so many options.
Yeah.
And so many options within budgets.
Right.
So that's the first thing that you have to have is a budget.
Right.
And then finding things that work within your budget. That you like.
Right. Exactly. And I know a lot of the islands are in right now as far as in kitchens. With the new the white. What Carrera?
Oh, Carrera.
Yeah. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah.
So, but that's what's really hot right now, and white kitchens are hot right now too. I even saw even on HGTV the green with the blue kitchens.
Colors. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they kind of remind me of like the country look, but a lot of the modern. We have a lot of millennials buying houses now, and they love the mixing it up, and because a lot of people think, well, this is. I think old school is everything matching, perfect. And then like new is, you can have green and blue but or white on white on white is in right now too. Right. And that looks great, and the gray, modern kitchens and stuff. So if you have a home you want to purchase, obviously I want you to call me and I can help you look. And if you're gonna, replace that kitchen, get an estimate, look at before and after pictures that they have. They're just beautiful. Or if you're just not happy with the bathroom setup, has a tub and you want a shower, that's no problem. If you, or if you just hate the paint, I mean, I'm selling one right now. Hopefully they won't watch this, but it's really nice. But it's babies. It's all like super pink and like super blue. And the teenage girls that are going in, they're like, well, the first thing I'm going to do is paint this, it's like princess paint,
Right.
It's really cute.
Painting can make a huge difference, and that doesn't cost a lot.
Right, exactly.
Just changing the color of walls.
Right. Yeah, and that you can make it your own, whatever, your own decor and stuff like that too. Yeah, and you guys do all that. Like we were saying, you don't have to have just an insurance claim. You can actually, if you have a before and after, to always take that picture. Of course, if you're purchasing, it's on the MLS, your before picture, and then you guys can definitely help with the after.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. So speaking of the MLS, I got a couple of listings here. I'll show you, Kathy. I have a listing at 15127 Surrey Bend. That home is located in Spring Hill, and it's in Silverthorne, a gated golf community. This home's beautiful. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3-car garage. It's just a gorgeous home, and it's Spring Hill / Brooksville. So it's like I was saying, it's in the gated golf community, and there's that's a nice chandelier there too. But that does not convey, so that's not going to stay with the house. But it has really like large high ceilings in it. That's a, the actual, that's a dining area, formal dining area there. And it had the formal dining, sitting, and then there's a kitchen area. Has the island with bar stools, and then on the other side, which you can't really see, the Korean countertops, and the other side there's a bar area there too. So you kind of have like loads of bar space if you don't want to sit in the actual kitchen area, but there is another kitchen area there too. And then this one is located at 10249 Buncombe Way in San Antonio. This one's 55 and over community. The asking price is $245. Yeah, and that one is a 2-2. Again, that's a nice area. That one's in Tampa Bay, golf and tennis. And that home's nice. The lady, she just moved in with her, the seller just moved in with her family, and they're just looking to sell this home and stuff. But it's a real nice home. The furniture can stay if we get the right price on it. So if you're coming from up north and you just want to have it furnished, that's the house for you too. So that one's in San Antonio. Sounds far away, but San Antonio is just up there by 52 and 75. So it's Pasco County, that one. It's not real far away. I have some land listings too. We have one, it's an acre and a half in Brooksville on David Drive in Brooksville. That one is, you can actually put a mobile home or a single family residence on that home. That one's $49. And then that one's an acre and a half. And I also have one over 21 acres. It can be, that one is zone agriculture, 21 acres on US 19 or / commercial way, as they call it up in Weeki Wachee. And that one is $2.5 million. That's more for an investor as far as you're going to purchase that to put something, maybe a commercial building or a multifamily residence or something like that. But those are the properties for sale. Everything else I have is under contract, thank goodness, or sold. So those are the ones I have left. I do have a bunch of listings coming up. I have a couple in Pasco County, one in Hillsborough, and one in Hernando. So if anyone's looking or you need a realtor buying or selling or any questions at all, just give me a call. And I wanted to also thank our sponsors, Nightberry Title Services, for sponsoring us. If you guys are selling, seller gets to pick the title company, and that's where Nightberry comes in. Cheryl Herney there will be glad to help you at Nightberry Title Services. Also, special thanks to Michael Banner at Professional Mortgage Alliance. If you're looking for a 1031 exchange, he's your guy. I mean, a 1031 exchange, I'm sorry. If you're looking for a new mortgage or a reverse mortgage. He's a reverse mortgage specialist. I said 1031 by accident. If you went 1031, call Cheryl at Nightberry. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg, and I'm here today with the Humane Society. We have Jennifer and Sue, and our guest star is Bandit, who's looking for a forever home. So Sue has come today to tell us a little bit about the Humane Society. It's a Humane Society of Pasco County, and we're going to put their contact information. And Bandit has just been surrendered, came from a good home, but she couldn't take care of him. So tell us a little bit about Bandit.
We got Bandit last week?
Yes, Bandit is 4 years old. She is probably a Dalmatian Bulldog Lab mix. Great with children. She definitely came with grandparents who had children around.
Oh, okay. So she's good with kids. That's awesome.
Excellent with kids.
Okay, that's good. Because everybody, when they're adopting a dog,
Sure.
So let me just explain this to everybody, too, that Sue is with the Humane Society of Pasco, and then Jennifer is a foster mom for Bandit right now. And so Bandit, it says my best friend, but she's really, really sweet. Like right now she's good. She's laying down with her little dog. She's like, am I on TV?
Her baby.
Yeah, she's looking at the camera now. She's like, am I on TV? Nope, she passed out. But she's really, really cute. So tell us about what you guys need over there at the Humane Society. What is your needs as far as like, are you guys taking food, or is there a certain
We
type?
take food. We have a Amazon wish list
Oh, okay.
that we have on our site.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
that way people can see what we need.
Right, and ship it right out to you. They don't have to go to stores or anything.
Right. And we just have cats and dogs.
Oh, okay.
That's it. We do take surrenders.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Is there a certain day on your surrenders, or how do, so say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know, it's COVID right now, so a lot of people are, you know, not losing their homes. I mean, but some are losing their homes and they can't take their dogs with them. You know, a lot of them will say, we don't want to bully breeds or mixed breeds or no dogs at all. So what do you do? How would you handle that as far as bringing it into you? Like, do you bring the dog in, or?
I first have them bring it to us because I want to make sure he's not going to hurt anybody, because we're all
Good with other-
volunteers.
Okay.
We want him to be able to have strangers handle the dog,
Right.
because if we can't, then
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And the shelter has open hours, noon to 4.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, okay. So you can
But
actually bring, or
if-
you make an appointment.
No.
You bring them in?
We just come on in.
Oh,
but
okay.
if I get a call, I do check the phone. I try to check the phone every day for
Right.
messages. So if I get a message, I will call them.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's something in a desperate need, I will come in just to meet with them.
Okay.
And we have a partnership with PASCO County Animal Services. So a lot of the animals are not up to shots, not up
Right.
to date on shots, aren't fixed.
Right.
So that's where they come in and help us.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I know the Suncoast SPCA, you have to bring in, your dog has to be up to date on shots. So if you're trying to, basically, you're thinking of surrendering your dog and it's something that you don't want to do, but you want to make sure that the dog has the best chance, you know,
You're right.
you can bring to your place, and you actually work with PASCO Animal Control or Animal Services. That's good, you know.
Spaying and neutering is so important
Yeah.
to the pet population, and at the Humane Society, it really is, I would say, such a high priority to work with animal control.
Right.
I will not adopt an animal out unless it's fixed.
Oh, okay, that's good though. Yeah.
And it saves a lot of red tape.
How long have you been there working or volunteering?
I've been a little over a year and a
Okay.
little over a year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Almost a year and a half.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, and so you have foster mom here, so you know all about Bandit.
I do.
So tell us why she'd make a good pet for someone.
She is a couch potato. She loves to give kisses.
Aw.
She's gentle with her toys.
Bandit, you got to wake up, girl.
I did bring a tennis ball today. I didn't know how big the studio would
Yeah.
be, but she will bring it back to you. She gives. She's
Oh.
a very gentle mouth.
Nice.
Excellent, again, with children.
How much does she weigh about? Do you know?
Right now, almost 100 pounds, and
Yeah,
Miss Bandit could lose 15 to probably
20 pounds.
20 pounds.
Yeah, she looks happy as far as chubby. She's
She
really
wasn't.
cute.
She wasn't abused. That's
Yeah.
for sure. She was very loved dog.
Yeah, she's really, really cute. She's awesome. So, so I know you're saying you do the fostering and volunteering and stuff. So if we have people that are viewing, how would they hook up with actually volunteering or fostering? So tell me about volunteering first. How would they become a volunteer?
They could either go on our website, which is Humane Society of Pasco County .org, or you can call and I'll write your name down and take your number, and we have 2 people that just do volunteers,
Oh, okay.
and then we train them a little, give them some training.
Right. Is there a certain age group or age?
They
or-
have to be 16.
16. Okay. So if you're 16 and bored, that's a nice, nice
It's
job
beautiful.
too. Yeah.
Also, there's a program for the high schoolers who need their volunteer hours.
Oh, that's great.
But they do have to be over 16. So I'm brand new to the shelter. I've been here for 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually new to Florida.
Oh, nice.
And
Welcome.
I have to say,
Me
it's
too.
really been an amazing experience. It's very fluid. Everyone is loving and
Oh, that's nice.
smart and, really into training. And it's really been great.
Right. So a lot of times, right now, like we were talking about COVID and stuff, people are at home and they're they can't go out. And so you're fostering. And so it's ideal if you're fostering to, you can sit at home with your dog and foster, and stay in quarantine and have like a little hobby at the same time and be helping at the same time.
Yes.
Bandit didn't do well.
In the actual facility itself. Yeah, she looks like might be spoiled. I don't want to say anything, but she might be a little spoiled.
And as well,
She should be.
Yeah, she's really, yes, there she is. So she's up.
This is the dog you're going to get.
My grandmother always said, you can be spoiled, just not spoiled rotten. And
Yeah.
she is so mannerly.
Yeah, she's really good.
But she likes the creature comforts of, 2021.
Yeah.
She's used to it.
Yeah, she's really cute. I mean, even her markings are nice too. Even on the tips of her little ears, she's like just an adorable dog. So she's about 4 years old, right? She's
Yes.
looking at me. She knows I'm talking about her.
Yep.
She's about 4 years old. Okay, so you were saying when they do surrender them, they have to kind of tell you some background is what you would prefer, so you know a little bit about her. So is there anything that we know that's pertinent information for?
We're
an adoptee?
looking for what does she like?
Right.
What scares her?
Right.
Like we had a dog, they had built a little trampoline in the ground, and the dog used to go on the trampoline. He got adopted because of reading the bio.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just
We
jumping on
try to
trampoline.
get as much information about the dog as possible.
Yeah, that's smart.
And then write something up about him.
Right. Yeah, because the bio is really nice. Personalities on there. So the portly frame part is on there. Yeah, she's like, yeah, so that's great. So
We don't
yeah,
mean to pick on her. but,
yeah.
She's enjoyed a few extras.
Yeah. Yeah, you were saying that possibly the owner might have been sick, so she probably hasn't been on a lot of walks lately, so she probably would enjoy, because she's pretty energetic,
She is, and she's very agile, I have to say. Like,
Yeah.
More than you realize.
more than you would expect.
Yeah, because you said she's 4, so she's got a lot of life left in her for sure. Yeah, she's a beautiful
I
dog.
love her brindle hearts. She's got hearts
Yeah.
all over
Yes.
Oh
her.
yeah, that's true. They do look like
Sweet
hearts.
girl.
Aw.
And she would make a great family dog.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really sweet. Really, really sweet. I like how she's just laid down. We've had a lot of dogs in here, and they've run around and
You got your toy?
like I said before, got off leash and loose and on coffee tables. So not her.
Because you did allow me to take her home to foster, and I do have a foster background, but a dog that is surrendered that's used to being in a home thrives in a home. And she is the proof in the pudding, because
Right.
4 days ago, she was a nervous wreck.
Aw.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
So again, I'm so thankful. Thank you so much.
I
for that.
thank you
Aw.
for doing it.
Yeah.
Thank
that's
you.
sweet. Yeah, it's very nice.
And
that you're doing
Bandit
that.
thanks you.
We're here for the dogs. We're
Yeah.
not here for anything else.
Yeah. No,
The
it's
cats,
really nice.
the dogs.
How many animals do you have at your facility approximately at a time?
Well, we adopted all out last week except for Bandit.
Oh, okay.
For dogs.
Right.
I only have 10 cage. We're a very small
Right.
shelter. We are right now in the process of trying to get things together to build a new one, because the trailer we're in isn't doing so good.
Right.
We've been putting money away. I have a man who's trying to help us. His name is Ray
Donations?
Perkins.
Oh, okay.
And we're checking out to see what we can get, where our options are. And we're building on the site, because we have a lot of land.
Right.
And we're looking to redo it all. And
Oh,
we
that's
want to
nice.
do all the outside kennels we're going to keep. But we're going to redo them,
Oh, that's nice.
make
So
them
the
nicer,
newer
make sure
facility.
they have fans and
Oh, that's nice.
little things like that.
Yeah.
And make sure the inside's safe enough so when we have a hurricane.
You can bring them all in.
It
Yeah.
we did well the last one, except for the Great Dane, but we had this big,
Yeah.
we had this big place that we call it the deluxe.
Oh, okay. And you bring them all in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in Florida, it's not if there's a hurricane, it's when there's a hurricane. So, yeah, that's
I'd rather
smart.
be safe than
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So that's nice. So if anyone would like to donate any money for the new facility, I'm sure you guys would be open to that too.
Please go on to our website. We're always looking for help with our building fund.
Also, local businesses that are willing to donate their machinery, their time, their expertise.
That's
So when
amazing.
you're saying machinery, what is it that you need? What is your
We're
needs?
going to need land clearing.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna. I do have somebody who volunteered to trim some trees for us.
Oh, okay.
Anything.
Right.
Anything you can
So
think
like
of.
a construction type of anything
Sure.
for volunteer.
Electrician.
Oh, okay. Right.
Um,
Yeah, I guess it's hard right now because, obviously I'm in the real estate industry, so everybody is so booked up. But I mean, still, if you have that in your heart, to follow your heart, to actually help out, to clear the land, or like you're saying, you need.
Certainly.
Yeah, if you're starting, are you guys going to put a cement block building in? Or are you putting another mobile home in? Or?
we're checking out the schoolhouses that they have, the
Oh, okay.
portable schoolhouses.
That's smart.
Ray is right now checking to see if they would donate any to us,
okay.
or if we could get something real cheap. I mean, we do have money put away, and if we have to put a loan on some of it, we will.
Right.
But we need a facility, because the facility we're in right now, we keep patching it
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we're doing the best we can. I don't know what we would do with all our volunteers, because
Yeah.
not one person gets paid there. We all
Yeah, that's awesome.
do it for the love of the animals.
Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, so they also have those FEMA trailers. Sometimes I see those after people use them. They
That's
sell
what we're
those, too.
looking.
That's what you're looking at. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because those are mobile. I'm in real estate, but I don't know how those become I know that the mobile home
How
will
they're
become,
grounded,
yeah,
right.
will become part of the land as a real
Yeah.
real estate and stuff. But that's interesting. So if anyone wants to donate any of their
gonna have
time,
an
as
itch on
far
your
as
ear.
if you're an electrician and you need you need some, not really volunteer hours, but you want to, feel good about doing something nice and giving back.
Can you sit?
I'm going to say hi. I want to
say
put
hi,
her on.
Jessica.
She's
Go ahead.
up. Quick, get a picture of her face. There she is. There you are.
She
I
really
know.
is a beautiful.
Yeah,
Aw.
she's really sweet.
Aw.
Yeah.
She's going to jump up in your lap,
Okay.
huh?
Yes, no, she's on hers. She's like, I rested up for this. I
It's
rested up.
okay.
Yes,
I'm
I just
okay
bragged on
now,
you so
huh?
much.
Who's a silly goof?
There she is in action, so everybody can see her.
Good girl.
She's not mean at all. There's not a mean bone in her body.
No, she's really sweet. How is she with other dogs?
I haven't dog tested her yet.
Oh, okay.
We're working on it.
Okay.
We do try to
Right.
ease them in so that when you're fostering, that they're comfortable with you and
Yeah.
comfortable to give, to have their best outcome.
Right.
She has passed other dogs on our daily walks in our neighborhood, and she has been fine.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She had a hard time because you couldn't judge her at the shelter because
Yeah.
of her
so pretty.
depression.
She's okay. She's okay.
Say, I love to give
I know.
earlobe kisses.
I know. She's like, I'm greeting everybody.
I love you.
Gonna
Yeah.
take Jessie's mic right out.
All right.
Oh, goodness gracious. She's like,
Thank
she
you.
was too quiet for too long. I bragged on her for being too mellow. Now she's like, I'm
She
I'm
wants
liking
some
it.
love.
Yeah. So you're, we have your how to volunteer. We have how to do foster care. So on the adoption, how much is it to adopt, or do you guys charge a fee, or is it a donation?
If it's a dog,
Yeah.
it's $100,
Okay.
and that includes the dog is spaded,
Yeah.
up to date on everything. It's been heartwormed, everything.
Right.
Tested. It's had the whole,
Right. Everything
Mill.
done. Okay.
and
so
it
up to
has
date
to
on
be a
shots and-
check or cash. We do not accept cards yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't
Okay.
set that up. For a cat, it's $50,
Okay.
and they will be fixed and up to date on everything.
Gotcha.
For an animal that's 6 months and under, a puppy, $250, and they will be up to date.
Oh, okay.
The only thing they might not be up, they
Is
might
the
not have
serious
is the
puppy shop?
heartworm test because they have to be 6 months old to
Right.
get an accurate test.
Right, right. Okay. So if you're in a situation where you are wanting a dog, you just literally, can you stop in on the
There's
Friday,
no
Saturday, Sunday?
appointment needed.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday,
Thursday,
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I made you work an extra day. I have you guys working on Sunday.
I do
Thursday,
work.
Friday, Saturday. You do?
Clean day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't think of that. Gosh, it's so much work. So now on the cats, it's the same thing on the wish list. So it's through Amazon. Are you guys, or do you have a certain food that you want people to drop, or?
We're always looking for wet food.
Okay.
We're always looking for cat litter.
And is that
Clumping preferably.
Okay.
We're we're always looking for the dry food for cats.
Is there a certain type? No, just any type of cat. Okay, got you. So cat food. And then what about linens and stuff? Do you guys take?
We take in towels. People
Okay.
donate towels, sheets.
Okay,
We don't take pillows because these guys will rip them up.
right. Yeah, so,
Indestructible dog toys, Kongs, those
We're
are
always
great.
looking for things
Peanut
like
butter.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
We
Oh, yeah,
we
peanut
freeze
butter.
We
peanut
use
butter
a
in
lot of
dogs.
bleach
yeah.
because we bleach every cage every day.
Oh, okay. That's good. So, yeah, because on Amazon, we can send you stuff if you don't have time to stop in. But if you have towels that are still good, but you got some new towels or got new, new gift of towels, and you have towels laying around or sheets, you can bring them into you guys on the Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Correct.
And peanut butter, cat food, cat litter, no clumping, you said?
Clumping. Yeah, no.
Clumping.
Clumping.
Not clump. No, I don't have a cat. Can you tell? I have dogs. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. So, yeah, but anything as far as that, bringing it in. And then on your volunteers, what are you looking for as far as, I know you said 16 years old and up.
They have to be 16 years old. If they're in high school, they can earn hours for the
Okay.
volunteer.
Right.
Because they have to do so many hours of volunteer.
Right.
And I have a volunteer book that's right on the desk, and they'll sign their name, what hours they did, and then myself or whoever's there will sign to say that.
That's a great opportunity for kids. Well, thank you guys so much for bringing Bandit in, and I hope that Bandit gets adopted right out because she's just a great dog, and I can't foresee her staying around long.
Thank
and you're
you
going to
so
miss her.
much for having
Oh
us.
yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you.
It was great. Yeah, so I just want to thank everybody for joining us today, and also I wanted to go to thank our sponsors, Knight Berry Title Services. If you're in need of buying and selling, and you get to pick, obviously, when you're the seller, the title company, come see our friends at Knight Berry Title Services to take the best care of you. And special thanks to Michael Banner, Professional Mortgage Allowance, for sponsoring us too. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next week.